What is going on, guys? It is me, Easy, accompanied by Rico Rambe for the first YWF Weekly Review. Rico, do you want to say something to the audience real fast?
Yeah, that is right. The first YWF Weekly Review, where we review what goes on during the week if there is an important or busy week. So I wouldn't expect this to be something weekly, even though it is the weekly review, but
Yeah,
this week is one.
if you've been, up to date on the channel or the Instagram, this is going to go over news that has been through the past couple weeks, I would say. I think we're going about 2, possibly even 3 weeks back. So we're going to start with our first story here. We have about 6 stories lined up this episode, and we are going to be talking about the triple threat match that was for the World Heavyweight Championship. This was between the champ, Mike Mullet, and Sloppy Rob. This happened about 2 to 3 weeks ago, and Rico, if you want to take it from here, you can say, what you thought about the match.
Well, you gotta what it really was. It was a one-on-one match. It was scheduled as a one-on-one match. Sloppy Rob was the official for that match, and at the end, you saw him interject himself in that match illegally, and he walked away with the title illegally, and I wouldn't call him the rightful champion.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. He kind of just came in last second and stripped the title. It was really just, you know, he said after he did that, YWF is about seeing opportunities and taking those opportunities. I might not be getting that quote exactly right, but that's somewhat what he said after he's had some talks about someone that we're going to bring up later on in the show. But if you see here, that was just a really poor execution by Sloppy Rob there. But anyway, let's just keep moving on here to our second story of the episode, and it is Senior Victor returning after multiple, really, years of not doing anything with the Federation. He wasn't in too many matches back in the day of 2017, but he's coming back again. And let's Rika, if you want to take this from here, do you have anything to say about Senior Victor returning?
Yeah, I think the more the merrier when it comes to YWF. I mean, as you know, they are ending January 1st, 2021. So there's not too many months left. But I think the more the merrier with coming back, especially with old competitors. You can see new rivalries. You can see old rivalries come up, and I think this could be very interesting to throw him somewhere in the title mix, possibly if he can get himself a good win or two coming up here.
Mm-hmm. All right, getting to the third story of this week's review, we have GM Gavin GWINN laying down the hammer pretty much on Sloppy Rob and pretty much saying, yo, you didn't win this title fairly, so I'm just going to take it away from you. If you look at the match, um, you Sloppy Rob just didn't win the title in a fair way. That's what the GM Gavin thought, and he just took the title away. So, Rico,
Yeah,
do you have anything to say about that?
Yeah, he was given an ultimatum to either defend it or be stripped of it. Sloppy Rob, he did elect to defend it, but Gavin, he really thought about the decision here, and he took the title away. Which, in my opinion, I think that was the right choice. He only held the belt for about 8 days, but I think that was the right choice. And you need to set an example that you can't have people winning things illegally and then prancing around with it and showboating. So I think this was the right decision. This gives Sloppy Rob an opportunity to earn the belt fairly, to show that he does have what it takes to win a title fairly and not just steal something.
Mm-hmm. So, who technically has the title now? Does anyone have it?
No one has the title
So
as
that.
of right now. It is vacated as of right now.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea personally if they're gonna do something with the title or not. But I guess we'll see. I think I've heard jumblings that maybe a match will be set up where Sloppy Rob can win it fair. I think there were rumors of him facing Mike Mullet for the title, mostly because the champ, he has other issues to attend to with his title, so he's not going to be in that decision for that title. But I've been hearing rumors about a match between those two, possibly for the title.
And even though, and we didn't even cover this about Senior Victor, but he actually signed the first contract with the YWF. And I don't know if you've been hearing anything, but I haven't been hearing anything about what a match might look like or who he might face. I might have heard a couple names thrown around here or there, but nothing's really been set in stone yet. It's just rumors.
Yeah, and he had that thing going on with Sloppy Rob. I mean, they have like a mutual agreement about a match, but nothing's been confirmed there. Maybe throw Senor Victor into the mix for the world heavyweight title. Maybe make that a triple threat match, you know. But as of right now, yeah, nothing's set in stone for him. I haven't heard anything officially about.
I think he got put Senor Victor in his return match in a pretty high stakes match to possibly get ratings up and such.
Yeah, of course. When you're looking at YWF here, the ratings aren't exactly what they were around the time they started, but they're not exactly bad. So yeah, maybe they could boost up their ratings going into the
last
end
couple
of the
months.
yeah.
Into the final stretch. But let's move away from this story and let's talk about the alliance that the champ and Mike Mullet has set up. From what I understand, this is really just an alliance against Sloppy Rob to make sure he doesn't really screw anyone over of any titles and make sure everything is fair in YWF matches from here going forward.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I watched the video myself, and it seems like they just have a personal vendetta against Sloppy Rob for what he did. Rightfully so. Both men were screwed out of the belt. Both are angry. Looked like Mike Mullet had the match in the bag. Sloppy Rob came in, and now it looks like they're out to make sure Sloppy Rob can't do that again. So it makes you think if Sloppy Rob starts looking like he's going to use some underhanded tactics if he has a match with Mike Mullet, it makes you wonder if the champ's going to come out and try to defend Mike Mullet.
I think
makes you think.
This might also get to a point where Sloppy Rob, other people might turn against him, so he might have to win over a couple people as well. I'll have an opinion here at the end of the video because it relates to our last story of the day. But I think that we could definitely get some bigger alliances coming up in the YWF for this kind of closing stretch, its final run, whatever you would like to say. But let's get into
makes you think about tag teams possibly or bigger
possibly,
factions.
We could, we could really see big things happening in these last couple of months. Assuming everything all goes well with COVID and such.
Yeah.
We might have to. I think I might be wrong, but I think really the YWF was supposed to end like summer or fall of this year, but due to everything getting delayed, they had to push back the end date.
Yep, and then YWF did have its 5-year anniversary show. I know that.
Yeah.
They had that this past Friday.
Yes, that was a pretty good show from what I saw.
Yeah, it had it addressed some returns. It did address the Senor Victor return and about him signing. It had the match with the champ and Noah. The champ got the victory there. He was defending his title since both of those two superstars were part of the very first episode. So that was nice to see them
battle it out there.
Yeah.
So let's get to our last story of the day. It is our YWF weekly exclusive. We're going to try to have an exclusive story for every episode, but depending on how the news goes and how slow or how much or how little there may be, we might not have one. But getting into this, YWF Weekly News exclusive, we have the return of Charlie, and he possibly will have an upcoming match with Mike Mullet for his title. So, Rico, I know that you know a good bit about this story, so I'll just let you take it away for this last part.
Yes, I do. Charlie, it was announced on Instagram that he was returning. Now, the The video it was about 15 seconds. You can find that on the Instagram. It was now you're not going to find that video up on the YouTube channel. That is exclusive to the Instagram. But still, the story here is now officially getting broken on to the YouTube channel. He did return. He called out Mike Mullet and he wants the title. And as far as I know, I think Mike Mullet is down for the challenge. He didn't make a video for it, but I'm pretty sure he's talked to the GM about it, Gavin GWINN. There's the other GM Tyler, but I think that this is mainly a Gavin thing he was talking to. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm positive the match is a go. So if that match does happen, the only thing you really have to look out for is Sloppy Rob going to interfere? Is he going to try to get in there?
Yeah.
But so you might see the champ prowling around the match area, looking for Sloppy Rob in case he shows up. But as far as I'm concerned, this match is happening, and this might get moved over to a Tyler thing, because I know Tyler is the GM of the Monday night show, and I'm pretty sure this match is going to take place on the Monday night show, as far as I'm concerned, as far as I know.
Yeah, I do not really know how that's gonna fall, whether it'll be on the Monday or Friday night show. But I think that the sooner this match happens, the better the rest of the YWF will be going forward, because it really might settle in that alliance between Mike Mullet and the champ. You know, Charlie. If Charlie fights, Mike Mullet here, Sloppy Rob may be, wanting to say making alliance with Charlie or something. I don't really know. I'm just spitballing here. But I think if you're in Sloppy Rob's situation where a lot of people in the YWF don't like you, you might want to try to get at least a couple people on your side, because he has a lot of targets on his back at the moment.
Yeah, that is true. If people start ganging up on you, you might want to find backup.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting to see how this is going to turn out. If this is going to lead to some big faction war or something like that. But I'm very interested, to say the least.
Yeah. So, and we don't really know, I think we know that this match is going to happen. The question is, when will it happen, though? It could be a week from now, it could be a month or two from now.
As far as I know, I'm pretty sure this Monday match is going to happen not tomorrow, but the following Monday. So in about 8 days is when that match will premiere on the Monday show. I'm not sure what else is going to be on that show. I don't think there's going to be any other matches on that show, but I think there will be some announcements, of what happens in the next coming week leading up to that show.
Do we know anything about, if there will be a show tomorrow or not? And if something happened
As of right now, no, there will not be a Monday show for tomorrow. There will, but yes, there will be a Monday show for next Monday, and then
will there be a Friday show this Friday?
No, as of right now, there will not be a Friday show this Friday. As far as I'm concerned, never say never, but as far as I'm concerned, I don't think so.
So
if I think there's a possibility that there could be a Monday and Friday night show both next week, from what I've been hearing. But
so this could really be a good week for some of these, wrestlers in the YWF to perhaps, talk amongst each other and with their GMs to get matches figured out, or to get alliances, or to, set up something at least.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a very, very interesting few weeks in YWF, especially because I don't think there's gonna be much wrestling once it starts getting colder. So there's only about maybe 2.5 months, unless it's one of those freak shows in Pennsylvania where we are again, where it doesn't even get cold till January.
Oh yeah, that one year, a couple years ago, it was in the mid-70s on Christmas Eve. So, again, with the weather, we'll have to see what happens. That could definitely impact the schedule. Whether, COVID as well. YWF might have to be delayed again to, say, summer of 2021. I don't think. You ask me, that might have to happen.
Yeah, I definitely think the GMs are going to have to come in and consider it. I know there is a commissioner of
We need to keep our wrestlers safe. We need to keep the media safe and the fans safe as well. Although, you don't really see many fans at the matches itself. Luckily, I think the YWF does do a good job at promoting everything on social media, and they definitely have the infrastructure on social media built up, in my opinion.
Yep, as far as I'm concerned, I'm interested to find out who the commissioner is. I know YWF has a commissioner. He is the one who made the decision to strip Sloppy Rob of the belt, and then it was thrown down to Gavin. But I'm interested to find out who the commissioner is. I wonder if we're gonna find that out. Maybe it's one of the GMs, you know. But
That could be it.
that's also something interesting to look out for.
Yeah. So that was the first episode of the YWF Weekly Review. Obviously, this show won't be held every week. It'll just be held whenever there is enough news going around. I will give a quick plug to the Instagram, which there will be a link or the handle for in the description of this video, as you might get some exclusive stories on there before they get onto the YouTube channel, or maybe some more insight, some exclusive promos from some of the wrestlers over at the YWF, or anything going on there. There's also other news for other pages on that Instagram as well. So if if you're intrigued into one of those, you could obviously contact the owner of that page, and he could get you to whoever you would want to talk to and such. So, Rico, final words here. How do you feel about the YWF and where it's going right now?
I think it's looking very interesting going into the final stretch. I think we're going to be seeing some interesting matchups, some interesting rivalries. I know there are a few superstars who have yet to debut that they're eager to get in there, eager to get in the ring. So you have to watch out for that. You know, it's not just a 5-man roster with Vic, Rob, Mullet, Champ, and Noah. It's not just those 5. There's about 4 or 5 other superstars waiting to jump in there.
Yeah, we definitely
So
have a bit of a pipeline set up for these last couple months, I think.
yeah, there's going to be some interesting stuff happening. Hopefully, you know, from the insight I get from talking to the GMs, you know, but yeah, very interesting. I'm hopeful. I'm looking out.
Yeah, I am too, I think. I think these last couple months will be a very I think it might be the best YWF we see, since I would say it's quote unquote prime back in that early, really like all of 2017, maybe like late 2016 to mid to late 2017. There was that big stretch where nothing really was coming out, but I think
Yes,
with
it
these
was,
last
yeah.
couple months, the YWF is finally getting back into that form they were a couple years ago. We got all of these superstars probably in the best shape of their lives coming up to this point, and really just fighting their hearts out on the ring.
Yeah, but now they have shows. They're not just uploading matches. They got shows now.
Yeah, I
So
think
it's much more better when it comes to presentation.
yeah, presentation has definitely been bumped up in that time frame, and I think that's where the YWF has definitely excelled in the past couple months, I would say. So that has been it for the first YWF weekly review. Um, as Rico Rambe said earlier, there might not be any matches this week, any shows this week. Obviously, you'll have to get updated on the Instagram, on the YouTube, etc. Um, but if you want to say anything else, I'm just gonna close it out here.
Yep, I think we're good to go. You know, yeah.
Yep. So this is been easy with Rico Rambe signing off.